Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new single summon series. Today we are going to be playing with the blast ones. It is going to be easy Sentry as well as easy mechanical spider. I think easy mechanical spider is going to be a complete destroyer, and I actually tried this and I completely forgot the runes were wrong. I don't know what I was doing that I changed the runes, but we didn't have Divine Legacy on, and I went to like level 35 and I was like, why haven't I seen any increased quantity of the units? And turns out it was because I didn't even have the rune on, so that kind of ruined that. But there we go. There is cast frequency, there is damage, so I don't need those. Resilience, get rid of those, get rid of that. I'm thinking about keeping the expansive just to see what happens, but for now we'll just take the multicast, chance, because we want to be able to summon as many as possible as well as have them multicast their bullets, so that's going to be good for us. The more they multicast and cast frequency along with damage, the more they're going to be doing. So Merciless, Magnetic. Merciless is because we're already on 100% critical strike chance. So if we increase the critical damage, it's just pretty much better than increasing flat damage, I believe, or percentage damage. And that's going to be really big. We also don't need movement speed because they are static summons. So increasing movement speed is quite silly to do. We will do that for the other summons because they are the mobile version of these guys, and they have Shattered, where these guys give us ammunition, which you can see we're actually sitting on 80. Unfortunately, we're never going to get to be able to use that, or actually we will when we use the summon over here, so it's really good for that. I guess when we summon them, we are going to multi-summon all of them, but other than that, we're not going to use the ammunition, and that's going to, I don't know if it's going to be a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing either. We don't need it. Grabbing the cast frequency over there, we're on a 2.9 second cooldown. I'll be happy to go down to a 2-second cooldown for this and see where that leads us. Grab the damage over there when they're both the same quality. Grab ourselves Merciless. And I'm still indecisive about whether or not we want the area of effect. I actually do not know whether or not it's going to affect them the way I think it does. And therefore, I don't actually think it is completely necessary to have it because, well, if it does work the way I think it does, they're actually not going to be very good. But if it works the way I want it to work, then it will be very good. But we would have to test that. I don't know. We'd have to see how far these guys shoot. So, I mean, from where they are sitting to where our mouse cursor is. So, I would say just like maybe 10 centimeters off of the map there by the word summon. So, next time we see expansives, we'll take a couple and we'll see if that increases the size of it, or if it's going to increase anything else. But there we go, we landed up getting these guys, so there, drop that, grab ourselves more expansive because it's there. And now if we stand on our unit and they shoot to the right, hopefully we'll be able to see. We just need them to shoot that direction. There we go. So no, it didn't look like it has worked. Actually, it did. Yeah. Okay, so it does work the way I think it does. It looks like they did increase the range of the weapon itself. Alright, so that was the plan. So getting area of effect does work really well on these guys. So good thing we kind of tested that. And that's going to help them just be that little bit faster. Because they do have cunning, but because they're static, they can only reach so far. So they would have to wait for you to cast them again. But if you have increased area of effect on them, they're definitely going to be shooting that bit further than they need to, or that they can originally. So that's going to work quite well, like in an instance like this, but we can re-roll that. 1.8 seconds. I don't think we're going to go with more cast frequency right now. Grabbing the damage is fine. We got 7 you know what, we'll do it. Let's get down to 1 second if possible. I don't think it's possible, but anything is possible, because that's just going to make them shoot that much faster. And as they summon, they look like they're shooting off anyway. It doesn't look like there's a wind-up time. So, and as long as we're multicasting them, because we do have the ammunition, we're always going to summon 4 units or more at a time. So that's pretty good. Not a lot of damage from them though compared to other units. They're only dealing 7,000 damage. And we already, I mean, we do have a 235% increased damage upgrade for them. So their damage isn't actually that great, which is unfortunate. Very good for applying negative effects though. But easy mechanical spiders do the exact same thing as these guys. They move around as well and they deal more damage. So they are a much more superior summon, which we'll see after this round when we play with them. But getting that damage, getting the merciless upgrades are definitely going to be a big thing over here. As you can see already, we're doing 2,000 more damage. Increased damage over there, so now we've got 310%. And it's gone up to 10.7. So definitely need those damage numbers up. Makes a big, big difference. Alright, so we're already here again. Lock this, reroll, lock it again, reroll. There we go. We can actually take this as well as this. And that's going to be very good. Because, you know, multicast chance is pretty good. And if we're getting a legendary upgrade to it, we will take that. Gonna have to skip the damage there, unfortunately. I guess we could have locked it, but, you know, we never know what's coming next. We could get damage again. Get the cast frequency. We're going to skip that one as well. I guess they do bleeding, and they got the ammunition, so if you're playing them with other skills, they would be a lot stronger. But for these skills, they're definitely not looking that much stronger. We'll keep going, though, and see what happens. All the bosses are dead, which is great. I don't know, they just don't, even though we have so many of them, they seem to just focus in one direction. They're supposed to aim, like there, that one did turn around, but they seem to be set on, if I shoot in that direction, then I only shoot in that direction. Even though they have cunning, they don't seem to change their target direction, which is kind of weird. Maybe they bugged and we've never noticed. Maybe we just found a bug with these units. I think there's a bug with these summons. And I don't think a lot of people use the easy Sentry, so a lot of people never have recognized whether or not there was a bug with them. Because easy mechanical spiders exist, so why would you use easy Sentry? So there we go, it was a 6-minute run. Look, it's still under 7 minutes, so it's not like terrible, but it's not the greatest either. Let's get straight into the next round with the easy mechanical spiders, and we'll show you just how ridiculous they are compared to these guys. So hopefully we get them very quickly. There we go, that's fine. We still got 10 rerolls. And as you can see, we already summoned 4 from the start. They move around, they're not static, so they are going to stick around with us, and they're going to stay there the whole time. Now, you can see that they have a life. If you notice, the easy sentries didn't have a life. That's also another difference between the static summons as well as your other summons. These guys are not going to take any damage whatsoever. The static summons cannot take damage, so they cannot be killed, whereas these units can be killed by certain things like your void presence, or just bosses doing a whack ton of damage will end up killing them as well. But these guys, because they're static, they don't have a life bar, and I don't believe they can die. So that's just one thing, you know, a difference between the two of them. I also think we will get damage for them, but until I actually see the damage number, I'm not going to touch it. We get cast frequency, so we can get rid of that. More cast frequency there. We do need the movement speed here as well, so we do keep that. And we'll pick it up when it's like a rare or uncommon upgrade, just so that we get more value for our money. And I should have got rid of the cast frequency upgrade, but it is what it is. Let's go for merciless. And you can see already we're doing 7,600 damage with them, and they haven't even, you know, got any damage upgrades or anything like that whatsoever. So already they are stronger than the other units that had 300% increased damage. So their base damage, they have shattered, they move around, they've also got cunning, they also provide us with ammunition. There's just everything about them is that much better. Also, I don't need to take the relentlesses. We can actually go and remove them. We can remove powerful strikes because we see the damage over there. I don't think we need the expansion, but it could be very interesting to see how it works with them as well. And I'll just grab some movement speeds because I've got nothing better to grab up there. I'll grab one expansive because that was a big one. And then 50% movement speed should be decent enough. We'll see. Already another 3 levels. Multicast works. We're going to lock you, reroll you. Fantastic. Grab all that. And there we go with that. Nearly done over here. This should be one of the best times, or hopefully one of the best times for the units, because I know these guys are very, very strong. They do stick around us because they're ranged and not melee, so it will be a little bit more difficult. We are going to have to move around a little bit more. But damage-wise, these guys are fantastic compared to some of the other minions. Alright, a minute 44 and we're already on the second boss fight. Just increase, get a little bit of expansive going over here. I think it will help us with the clear. Frequency, another expansive, multicast, the merciless. I need more damage though, although maybe not. I mean, you saw that damage to the bosses done. As they came alive, they just instantly melted. But there we go, 70% damage. Sitting on 13,000. Everything is getting hit anywhere, so we don't even need to move now. We can just chill here and everything's gonna just land up attributing to monsters slain for the summoning of the lords. And the next one's gonna summon very, very soon. There we go. Okay, we're gonna grab that multicast. We'll grab another expansive, and there we go. Getting all those expansives is helping a whack ton. Bosses spawned. We do have shattered, which means we reduce their armor. Bosses don't really have armor in the first, you know, cycle. If they do, it's really, really, really low. But it still makes a difference. Let's see. I don't think we're going to make it to under 4 minutes though, unfortunately. Not quite yet. Don't know if it's because we're just not getting lucky with the units. It just doesn't have enough units in it. Let me know what you guys think could have happened in terms of RNG that would have made this go a lot faster. For me, I think if we landed up getting more of these guys faster, we would have been in a better spot, but we never. So, you know, having more units obviously means more enemies killed faster, therefore meaning a faster time. But in this case, even our magnetic wasn't high enough. If our magnetic was higher, we would have been in a better spot. There we go. Let's just grab him quickly. Multicast of epic proportion. And the vicious strikes as well. Been really crazy if the possibility of having multi-crits add additional negative effects would have been a crazy aspect of the game. Unfortunately, that's not how the coding works. Coding for the game says, did you crit? Yes, therefore do X. It doesn't count whether or not you multi-crit or any of that stuff. So even if you do have multi-crits, so 200% critical strike chance, your negative effects from, let's say, things like bleed and all that, if you have the critical hits have a high, like 50% chance to apply bleed, that unfortunately does not make it so that multiple crits apply multiple stacks of it. It only counts if did you bleed, then there's 50% chance to apply that stat. But anyway, there we go, 4 minutes 31. So you can see definitely much faster than the easy sentries, much stronger as well, especially for end game because of the shattered. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.